Divine discussions, divine. On Sundays we stream live. Divine discussions, divine. Conversation to stir up your mind.
And some stuff is just not for the church building. I mean, people might not like that answer, but some stuff is just not for the church building. If I can follow a dress code at my job because I want to get paid in 2 weeks, I can follow, I should know what is acceptable in the building. We're in, because I mean, we're the church and all of that, but we are stepping into God's holy temple. You can't stand on holy ground in something that, you know what I'm saying? So some stuff is just not for the church building, and it's, and in a sense, it does depend on, if you don't have, you just don't have. I can't force it where it doesn't fit. If you are homeless right now and you're in a hotel and all you have is sweatsuits or all you have is leggings, I can't make you, not come to church. I can't tell you can't come to church because you don't have the clothing. I can bless you with something, but see what I'm saying? So, but there are some things that, no, let the church be the church, and keep sacred things sacred. I believe Bishop Shante Younger said that. So
No, I don't. I'm going to agree and say yes. Um, Sometimes I know we have lost the fear for God, even in myself, because we don't, like Nicole just said, I was just sitting here thinking, I don't think we think, oh, like this is holy ground or this is sacred. Like I know one thing my father always says is, like when you turn into the church driveway or however, your church is set up, it's no longer that street that you left. This is a completely different environment. But do we actually think that when we're going to church? Um, I have a hard time sometimes when I see, and I'm not perfect at all, but sometimes there's things that for me, I'm like, nah, sis. And sometimes I'm like, well, why didn't you know that too? Because some things are just like out of the question. Like why? But even just now for me, when Nicole said somebody might look at about directing, because I direct the choir too, but I never really looked at what I had on. Um, when I direct the choir, I never look at it. But now I'm like, wow, that's a great point. So somebody might look at me and say, why didn't you know that?
yeah.
Some people, sometimes as growing up in church and being in church for the majority of your life, or 15 years and I'm 45 or whatever, you've been there for a long period of time, it's easy to get the mindset that everybody just comes in the church and they know. Like Joel said, she gave the story of somebody dressing, I think she said, a specific type of way. We expect them to just know. It's like, no, they don't know. So it's one thing to come in and you don't know. When you come however you want to come, because the Lord is the one that deals with you. People do not save you, the Lord does. So let the Lord deal with you. So that's one thing. If you're distracting, okay, well, you come with whatever you have on, even if it is distracting. But once you develop your relationship with the Lord, some things are just not for the temple.
I would kind of change the last half of the question and say it depends on this person's situation. Because let's say, I don't know, single mother, 5 kids, they might get a new outfit once every 6 months. So this is just what they have or something like that. Or this is just what they're able to get. I feel like certain situations like that, you should be more understanding. But as time goes on and you start to learn, you're not, your money's going somewhere. So you start to adjust. But in the general sense, there's definitely things that are just not okay, because there's supposed to be a separation anyway. So everyone, I shouldn't be able to walk in the church and in the club and not tell the difference. I should know, okay, this is church. Let's say I'm not, a believer, let me, calm myself down or whatever. Oh, this is a club, we can turn up. Like, it shouldn't be the same.
This is exactly the comment.
Oh, I didn't even read it. It shouldn't coincide. Let me read it real quick.
No, that's exactly
yes,
what
we
she
have
was
bought the
saying.
road
Like,
to the church. Yeah, exactly.
You got the smoke machines and the lights low.
Yes, and that's the thing. People don't know the difference, and I think that could be another topic too. That's a problem, because think about it. Let's say I am from the world, and I walk in the church, and you got the smoke machines and the lights and this and that. That's why you see these videos of people like getting down in church like they're in the club, because now they're confused. They think, okay, this is the environment, the arena that you set forth. So now this is what I'm familiarized with. This is my club nights. This is how they go. So, okay, I'm in the club now too. For example, when we were at that Todd Tribbett concert, whoever concert it was, And that girl was like,
yes, I have a
that
Fire
girl was
truck.
literally getting down like all the way to the ground. And I was looking like, since we're still in church,
building. You're in Jamal
Yes.
Bryant's church, girl.
I'm like, we're still in church, but she was doing what she knew based off of the environment. So we have to be cognizant of that too, and make sure
she was praising the Lord. I mean, I don't know.
that as well. That's what I'm trying to say too. Sometimes I'll get to that, but we have to be cognizant of that and make sure we always understand there should be separation. Now, to what you were saying, sometimes now if all I did in the world was two-step and I'm coming in church, that's what my praise is. Now, of course, with time and you learn, you understand that, okay, this is not really what we do in church. Maybe I just need to sway side to side and clap my hands. But usually the newer believers, that's what you see them doing. So, I mean, it can go different ways, but in the general sense, there should always be separation. Anyone else?
Let
Because
that last comment
That's
kind of
it,
goes
Charles.
into-
Charles, that's it. That's what I was taught. If emergency doesn't come up at work and you can't go straight to work to church, you ain't supposed to wear it. Now, don't be deep, y'all, because if we going swimming, they may say swimsuits. You're not about to go and hop out the pool and go in church. Now, come on now. Activities. I'm not going to wear my workout stuff in church because, yes, I still run in the skirt. I'm just saying, you're not about to wear that. But I think of clothing wise, I don't think there should be a distinction. It shouldn't be work clothes and church clothes. And that's just me. I believe that I should be able to be identified no matter where I am.
Right.
And I think that it goes, but certain activities, let's not be deep. Certain activities, you going bungee jumping, you're not about to have on no skirt. You know what I mean? Like you're not about to, certain things we're not about to be doing. But again, if you can't, and then even if, because some people I used to have when I worked in the kitchen, they would not let me wear a skirt. They wouldn't let me do it, and I had to wear pants. But you better best believe that I had that skirt in my backpack, and I didn't walk into church without it. You know what I mean? So different things, different strokes for different folks. But for me, I honestly believe, like Charles said it best: if I can't wear it to work, then I can't wear it to church.
I'm not going to repeat, but it's just the things that we allow. I feel like this day and age, the church is so focused on numbers that they're willing to bend and even break some of the things that they've set in place just to see a crowd come in. Because if I don't offend Brother Johnny and Sister Sally's okay with hearing this, then they'll stay and warm these seats. And I think we have to stop worrying about that, and we just have to preach the word as it is, because it's going to offend. It's meant to offend. It's meant to cut. It's that two-edged sword for a reason. It's just about who's willing to be okay with that and say, you know what, I need to fix myself because this is what the word says. I want to line up with the word. It's not going to be a lot of people that stay on that straight and narrow. The word says it. There's going to be a fall on the way. It's not a good thing, or you don't feel good, I'm sure, as a leader to see it, but it comes with the territory. And I think